All right, what I'm going to be doing today is making a couple of small patch panels. There's just a little bit of rust down here, corner of this bed on the bottom, kind of messed up. So I'm just going to make my own little patch panels for this thing. No big deal. Get that knocked out and then we'll start the filler work on this. So what I'm about to do is put some kitty hair over the areas where I put the patch panel in. I did the welding, the holes that I welded up on top of the bed. And what that's going to do is give me some insurance against any moisture coming through from the backside and causing something to lift or bubble. There's usually a debate whether you should put kitty hair on first or epoxy first. I prefer to put the kitty hair on first. If there happens to be a pinhole in my weld or something like that, that kitty hair is going to bridge that over. Right, it's going to fill that hole. It's going to ooze through a little bit. When I mash it in, it's going to prevent water from coming through that pinhole. If I epoxy first, that pinhole is still going to be there. The epoxy is not going to bridge over that pinhole unless it's super small, and then it may or may not do it. So to me, I'm not going to put epoxy on until after my kitty hair. Kitty hair is going to grab great to the steel. It's going to bridge over any pinholes. Moisture is not going to make it turn loose from the steel. It's a good solid bond. So we're gonna let that kitty hair dry. While it's doing that, we're gonna go and sand all this down with 80 grit and get it nice and smooth and ready for some epoxy. So real quick before I forget, make sure you change out your paper often doing this. Paper wears down pretty quick when you're going over bare steel, so you can end up polishing more than sanding. So pay attention to make sure you got a piece of paper on there that's going to cut like it should. Everything's in 80, everything's been sanded. It's time to tape this thing up. We're going to spray it with VP 2050 high build direct metal primer, epoxy based. It's going to grab on really good to that 80 grit. Let's do it. So that's our first coat of VP 2050. Give that about 15 minutes, put a second coat on, give that another 15 and put a third coat on. We'll be done with that. Bedside looks pretty good. Still got some dents and dings we knew were there, but nothing we can't handle. So we're moving along. Yeah, it's gonna take just a second to say thanks for everybody that watches the channel. Really appreciate it. If you like the videos, don't forget to give us the old thumbs up, and we'll catch y'all next time. Thanks for watching.